I can
Chalo, okay.
see.
Let's begin. I think welcome back to Ball and Banter for game number 7 review from IPL 2025. And unexpectedly, I think SRH have lost despite scoring 190. Um, Thoughts? I'll first go to Vinay, bro, who's joined our channel for the very first time live from Hyderabad. Vinay, how's the Josh, bro?
Thanks a lot for having me on your show, Angad, bro. Yeah, so I think today SRH was shot by at least by 40, 50 runs. The pitch is, designed so that they can score some 240, 250 at least. But then again, if you're scoring 190 and you have someone like Nicholas Pooran who's on hot form, I don't think that's a good total.
But
So I
like,
don't know.
I want to ask you this
I
question: do you expect your team to score 270, 280 in every game?
Uh, See, the team was picked to play that kind of a game, at least for their home ground. So I expect them to at least hit 220, 230, at least out of 7 home games. I think they should be scoring at least in 5 games. So in total of 14 games, if they're able to win, say, 5 home games, so that's like 10 points. The rest 7 away games, they just need to win like 2 games. Like 14 points is the qualifying for the playoffs. That is the 14 is like the benchmark. So I think at least they should be trying to at least score 200 in at least 5 home games. 5 home games because the pitch is designed that way, and they have picked their lineup in such a way that where they want to go hard.
I never thought few years back we'd be like saying shit like this ever. But I think that's how modern cricket is. Amay, what do you think went wrong today for SRH? Or do they have to be very worried about anything?
I think Lord Thakur went was what went wrong, bro. You can't challenge the Lord. I
Redemption
mean,
arc.
yeah, redemption arc. Uh, so Abhishek Sharma fell first, and then back-to-back wickets with like Ishan Kishan also going the first ball. I think that's where like once you lose two quick wickets, you have to probably you naturally slow down. But yeah, and even that Klassen wicket they lost at the wrong time. So I think they lost wickets at the wrong time, and still they managed to get 190, which is also okay. I mean, other teams would have maybe made 170, but then the firepower that they have, they still managed to reach 190 is kind of commendable, you can say. But yeah, the bowling looks quite weak, bro. I mean, you have to score 250 plus to win, and even the ground is small. So yeah, I think they are going to be challenged if they don't score more than like 230 at least at home.
True, true. And I think today, even if they scored 250, it looked pretty chaseable. They lost wickets in a very stupid way, LSG, but I think even that score could have reached. Puran absolutely belted, man. What an inning. Back to his
No,
best.
there's one stat. Before this game, I think Puran was not out against SRH. He faced some 45 balls and he scored like 105 runs.
Really?
He was striking at. If you count today's game, he was striking at some 250, 260.
Easy. But I think there was one positive light though for you guys when the Aniket Verma inning, where
Exactly.
even he came in and smashed absolutely. Even if
Yeah.
he could have gone on to make some 60, 70, like how probably Puran did, you guys would have scored quite a bit more.
So the thing is, like, if you notice Nicholas Pooran back in the day when he was playing for Punjab and all, he was coming like 4 down or 5 down. Like, he was like an innings finisher where he was not getting the ball. So he was always coming in a situation where it was 40 balls, 80 runs to win, or, like 30 balls and, you have some 75 runs to win. But if he comes 1 down and he has the balls to play, he has more number of balls to play and, there's no pressure on him. So I think SRH also need to decide they need to send Verma up the order so more balls to play so that Nitish Kumar can come lower down the order where
Vinay, can you just come closer? I think your audio is, yeah, unfortunately getting
I'm
cut a
audible
little.
now.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
audible now.
yes, yes, it's better.
Yeah. So what I was saying was, so they should be trying to they should try to up the order of Aniket Verma if they think he's a pinch hitter, because and they can lower the order of Nitish Kumar Reddy so that he can play that anchor innings.
True. And I think that'll benefit him also because I don't think in the Indian team he's going to come into the top four ever,
Yeah.
practically. So it's better to get
Exactly.
used to that 5-6 position like a Hardik Pandya. He's also an all rounder. So a very like to like replacement for someone like Shivam Dubey or Pandya in the Indian team, that is. But
Yeah.
what about the bowling,
Uh,
Vinay? What's wrong with the
yeah,
bowling? What do you think is
yeah,
missing?
yeah. So if you look at the bowling, right, Angad, bro. So SRH went with a purse of 45 crore to the auctions. So almost they spend the 65% of the purse on three players. Harshal Patel, they got him for some 8 crores. They got Shami for 10 and they got Ishan for some 11 crore change. So almost 65% of their purse was spent on this player. But he's definitely, extraordinary bowler. But look at him like and all considering his and all. He's not that bowler like Bumrah, where he can hit the dot balls. Might get the wicket, but he's going to go for run rate of say like 9 or 10 or 11. And coming to Harshal Patel, I really don't understand, why they put 8 crore for him. Like, when there were other options available, you could have gone for some other player. But if you see Harshal Patel, if you see the bowling lineup of SRH, other than Pat Cummins, there is no one who can, have that impact of getting dot balls or getting wickets or, you're getting whacked all over the park. There is no one that can come and, bowl like 8 run and over or 7 run and over or 9 run and over. So I don't know who's going to do that other than Pat Cummins. Like, he really needs some help. And I don't know why they're not using Nitish Kumar Reddy in bowling.
Um, my thoughts. I think they haven't been playing Rahul Chahar, right?
No,
Exactly.
no,
They
they
have
haven't been
playing
playing.
now.
He's one
So,
experienced
uh,
bowler who's been economical, who's played really well for Mumbai, and I think at some level for Punjab also.
Yeah.
That's clearly a miss. But they're relying on Zampa, which is fair because he's one of the best spinners, I think.
yeah, but if you look at Zampa Angad, bro, he's done very good for Australia, but on our pitches, you don't know how effective he is. Like, he added like, an actual season where he was like the go-to spin bowler and all. So,
Sorry, we're losing
but,
your audio, Vinay.
am I audible now?
Yeah, I think. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is
So
better.
if you look at Rahul Chahar, he was bought for like 3.4 crores and Zampa for 2 crore change. But I don't understand that logic where you're benching your higher price player and playing Zampa who you bought for 2 crores. Like, and Zampa is not having an impact.
Right.
And what SRH should have done was like they should have like reduced the salaries of players like Abhishek Sharma. Abhishek Sharma was given 14 crores. You could have put him at 10 or 12. And Pat Cummins was 18 crores. You should have put him at 16. Klassen was 23. You should have put him at 20. So that if you free up the purse there, you would have got some 8-9 crores. So where you could have bought someone good bowling option and one good anchor innings player, who's not a hitter, but he's going to carry the game. He's going to finish the game for you. You know, so I think they lack two people, one in batting and one in bowling. They don't have anyone on the bench too.
Yeah. No, fair enough, man. Really, really nice, insightful points. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
भाई अभी इंडिया में अगर T20 वर्ल्ड कप हो गया तुझे
हाँ.
do you think like I got a feeling today watching Nicholas Pooran ki bhai a lot of teams will perform really really well if given a chance to play that T20 World Cup in India.
Hmm.
And probably apart from Bumrah, I don't see any of our bowlers really shining in the IPL as much. Like we can't say Shardul Thakur is going to get a starting spot because
No.
of what
No.
he's done in the last two games. But क्या लगता?
I think we have the bowling lineup, bro. We've got Arshdeep who picks wickets. We've
Yeah,
got Bumrah if he is fit, and we've got Varun also in the middle. Kuldeep is there, so I mean, Aksar is pretty economical. So yeah, I mean we've got the bowling, but then when what happens in the IPL is that there are many bowlers that are like, I don't know, they are inexperienced also. So and the quality of international cricket and IPL is like sort of different. And
yeah,
play at that level probably are more motivated also to perform. So I think bowling wise we are kind of sorted because we've got like a few X factor bowlers. Arshdeep is great. Bumrah is Bumrah, and Varun also. You know, he got whacked in the first game, but he did well yesterday. So yeah, and Kuldeep Yadav also did very well in that game against LSG. He was the game changer of sorts. So we got the bowling, but yeah, coming to SRH, even last year, if you see, they scored like 200, 250 plus in a lot of games, and the other teams also almost scored that. I remember that Mumbai Indians game also, where
Yeah.
we almost came close to their target. इधर उधर कुछ हो जाता था, then we might have even chased that. Same with the RCB game that DK in the end he started smashing. Even that game was a close game. Agar top order would have played well, they also could have come very close to chasing. So bowling has been an issue for them. And like actually, I thought that Shami and Harshal Patel would have been like an upgrade over what they had last year, but clearly not. So yeah, but early days, so you never know.
Yeah, so with that, I think with that win, LSG goes second on the table, and SRH has sixth purely due to net run rate.
Like,
And for SRH, bro, Vinay, next few games also look pretty entertaining. There's Delhi Capitals, which I think you guys should fancy yourself to win. There's one at KKR, which is again away, and then finally, I think you guys come back home to play GT and Punjab Kings back to back. Where do you think SRH is going to finish this year, Vinay?
I'm confident that they'll make it to the playoffs. So the only thing they need to understand is they have 7 home games. They should just try to win 5 home games. 5 home games, 10 points there, and you just need to win 2 away games out of 7. So you get to that 14-point mark where you're going to make it to the playoff. And after playoff, it's just one of a game, so anything can happen. So I think they really need to improve on their bowling. I don't know how they're going to do that because I don't see them having anyone on the bench. So they actually bought some really good players from England. They got Braden Cars, but unfortunately he was injured and he was off. And they got some all-rounder from South Africa called Vian. Never seen much of him. So for SRS, clearly they need to work on their bowling. Like batting, it's okay. They're going to come back. It's not like they don't have it, but bowling is something they really need to work on. I really wonder the kind of strategy they went in, like while buying bowlers, because if you Kumar, I consider them as two similar bowlers, but I would rate Bhuvi in IPL as someone who's more, maybe he had a bad one season which he last year was pretty bad, but I feel like he's more economical is what I feel. Like Shami, like is injury prone and all, so I don't see big difference between Shami and Bhuvi. Like both of them are greats, but I don't see that as an upgrade or a downgrade. I feel it's like a straight swap.
I think it's a downgrade because I think Bhuvi was a more skillful T20 bowler. Swung it more than Shami also, and there was this one stretch of say 4 5 years where Bhuvi was absolutely like killing it in the death as well with his slower balls and Yorkers. Shami on the other hand, I've never really seen him be a good T20 bowler. He takes wickets for sure, 2 3 wickets here and there, but he also gets belted quite a lot. It's like
Exactly that.
somewhat like that Siraj situation a little bit.
yeah.
So
So
that is the thing. Like you're going for like 25 runs in first 2 overs, then you ball the third over, you go for some 40 runs, and take some wickets in the last over. It's not going to help at all because the pressure is building. I can't that bad put someone there
sorry,
could
we can't
also
hear
have.
you, Vinay. We can't hear anything.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Just stay there. I think you should talk right from there.
Yeah, so I don't see anyone other than Pat Cummins putting that pressure on, the batsman. I don't know who is going to do it from the other end. And clearly, suppose if Dodo says somewhere like Chennai and you're playing, you really need some good spin bowlers. Like, Chennai is going to use their three spin bowlers. They're going to bowl 12 overs. But, I don't know who SRS is going to look towards. Really work out. Maybe Rahul.
Yeah, I think Rahul Chahar is one. Abhinav Manohar needs to fire down the order.
Yeah.
And I'd probably say instead of Simarjeet, they should try a Jaydev Unadkat because of his experience.
Yeah,
That would
that
be
can be one they can try. Like, maybe they can try and the away games and see how it works out.
true. Any final thoughts, Amay? क्या लगता है फिर?
I think LSG, we have to talk about them also somewhat because like everyone thought they're going to be walked over today. But yeah, I think captaincy was firstly good, I think, from Punt today for a change.
Batting not
He
so much.
batting to bhai batting, I don't know, bro. He's lost. If you see what type of shots he was trying to play, also like कुछ भी मारने जा रहा था, bro. I don't know if you saw his batting like a 160 hit. बाकी सब तो अंधाधुन मारने गया and even that wicket like that was a full toss which he edged it to like to that fielder there which was like very bad, bro. So he needs to improve his batting because like they paid a lot for him. But
But
captaincy
वो
was
तो
pretty
पता
good.
ही था ना भाई, वो तो पता ही था उसका बैटिंग. We've always said that he's not a
Yeah,
great T20 batsman. I,
Uh,
top of my mind,
yeah,
I don't remember one single inning. I think there was just one at Gujarat, I remember, but not really. I don't
yeah.
think he
Batting
should be
hasn't been
suspended.
that great. It hasn't been that
he's
great.
a he's a really good test and one day player. But yeah, T20 has not been his game. But after that injury, like he had one two good games in Australia, but like never it was never a strong point.
I was
But I
surprised
hope
to
he.
see Abdul Samad.
Bro, he was hitting like क्या मतलब बदला ले रहा था वो. ऐसे कभी वो ऐसा गावस्कर also mentioned on commentary कि Samad didn't play this well for SRH. Now he's playing well in his return game for
There's
LSG.
an Abdul Samad in the Pakistan team also, so like our viewers shouldn't get misled a little. Though this guy is also from Kashmir, not all Kashmiris play for Pakistan. So he's one of our own.
Yeah.
So
But
cool.
yeah,
I
batting.
think
Yeah.
for LSG, I just have one concern, man. Markram. I've said it during the last game also. It's I think very pointless to play Markram on top of the order that too.
Yeah. But
Exactly,
options
like
in India, bro, they don't have anyone. I don't know if they have anyone like
they should
overseas
just
players.
they should just try to play one local batsman and try to give chance for Shamar Joseph in the bowling lineup, and they should just play some local guy because Eden Makaram was bad even in SRH. Like he's like a proper test player. Like it's like his strike rate is always either 90 or 100. Like never has that good innings where like strike rate is not even at 1. So I
Yeah,
think they
I
Yeah.
should
think
just try.
they have this guy Britsky. He
They
could
might
be
as well try that.
exactly.
Oh yeah, this Britsky scored some 150 in Pakistan recently on his debut. So I think he's a hitter, but never heard of him much. So I don't know. They could take that gamble, bro. Like how Delhi took with that Fraser McGurk. You never know. This guy could also be like that.
But LSG are going to just get better because they still have Akash Deep and Mayank Yadav to come back, their main bowlers.
Ah,
So once they're back, it's going to be more better. They have some good deep bowling. So I think uh, so come.
Bro, Vinay, unfortunately, you're making some really, really good points, but your audio is not clear at
yeah,
all, sadly. I
So
think we need
are
to
you,
figure the audio situation out, and you definitely need to come again before after the
yeah,
next
yeah,
SR.
for sure.
yeah. Am I audible now?
Yeah, it's like it's coming and going. It's not
Okay.
consistent.
Yeah, okay. The point I was trying to make was they still have Mayank Yadav and Akash Deep to come back, so the bowling is just going to get better. So they've
Yeah.
invested on a good bowling unit. So they'll be a formidable in the
Yeah.
coming matches to see.
Fair point. Fair point. Some really good points, Vinay. Um, Thank you so much for coming on this podcast once
Thanks for
again.
having. Hoping you guys start football also soon. Football talk show.
Well, I think this is IPL season. Let's get done with IPL first. Probably in the middle, if there's something important that comes in football, we'll probably cover that as well. But once again, I think too early in the tournament again. Both teams have one win each. I never thought I'd be saying this, but LSG do look a little strong now. It always happens, right? Like you never know when players start clicking. All of a sudden, the team's outlook only completely changes. So interesting, very interesting tournament at, on our hands once again, and I think yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks again, Vinay. We'll probably
Thank
see
you,
you
Vinay.
again
Thank
after
you, bro.
one of the
Thank you.
SRH games. Am I any closing remark?
No, just that this tournament has been like you never know who can win like which game. So yeah, pretty excited, and I hope the team from Bangalore wins tomorrow.
By the way, तू Dream 11 खेल रहा क्या?
मैं खेल तो रहा हूँ bro, but not doing well in that. So yeah,
Yeah, tomorrow is going to be an interesting one for sure. We'll have one more guest on our podcast from Bengaluru. So looking forward to that. So thanks a lot, guys. See you around.
thank you. Peace out.
See you guys.